So students, in last period we studied that is the respiratory systems. But today we are going to start the process of respiration in human being. That is the mechanism of respiration. So keep in mind, student, respiration is a biological process involving the exchange of gases between the atmosphere and the lungs, and it results in the generation of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So it includes the following process: breathing, external respiration, internal respirations, and the cellular respiration. So what is meant by the breathing? So breathing, it is a physical process by which the exchange of gases takes place between the atmosphere and the lungs. It occurs in two steps: inspiration and expiration, and involves the thoracic cage, ribs, sternum, that is breastbone, and the intercostal muscles and muscles of the diaphragm. Diaphragm are the partition between thoracic and abdominal region. So first upon inspiration. During this process, the atmospheric air is taken into the lungs. Okay, and it is an active process. Active process means this process required energy. There are mainly the two kind of process: active and passive. The process which can require expenditure of energy for that process completion, that is active process, and the process which can operate without expenditure of energy, that is a passive process. So it occurs due to the pressure gradient formed between the lungs and the atmosphere. The diaphragm becomes flat and goes downward. The external intercostal muscle contract, so the ribs and sternum move upward and outward. This increases the thoracic volume and decreases the pressure of the thoracic and the lungs. The air from the atmosphere moves into the lungs to equalize the low pressure inside the lungs, and this is known as inspiration. Understand, student? Means the diaphragm becomes flat and the goes downward. External intercostal muscle contract, so the ribs and sternum move upward, and therefore which increases the thoracic volume, decreases the pressure of thorax and lungs, and that's why the air from the atmosphere moves into the lungs to equalize the low pressure or equal pressure inside the lungs, and this is known as the inspiration. Next upon expiration. So during expiration, the thoracic region, thorax contracts, causing the air to be exhaled from internal side. The diaphragm relaxes and it pushes upwards. It becomes dome shape. The internal intercostal muscles also relax and pulling the rib cage inward and downward, and thereby decreasing the thoracic volume and increasing the pressure in the thorax and the lungs thorax and the lungs region as compared to the atmospheric pressure, and therefore the air from the lungs rushes out. This is known as expiration. Understand what is expiration? Means the thoracic region contract. So because due to the contraction of the thoracic region, air to be exhaled, means diaphragm relax, is pushing upward, it become dome shape. The intercostal must relax and pulling the thoracic rib cage inward and downward, thereby decreasing the thoracic volume and increasing the pressure in the lungs, and lungs has come. In this way, the lungs air from the lungs rushes out, and this is known as the expiration. So external respiration, it is the process of exchange of gases at the alveolar level. Alveoli are the balloon-like structure, all of you know that, which are present at the end of the bronchioles. So these alveoli consist of the layer of squamous epithelium, and which are resting on the basement membrane. They are intimately associated with dense network of capillaries. The capillary wall is made up of simple squamous epithelium, which are resting on the thin basement membrane. Both the layers are thin walled and have the similar structures together. They form the respiratory membrane, and through which the exchange of gases occurs between the alveolar air and the blood. Diffusion of gases will take place from an area of higher partial pressure to the area of diffusion, means which can transfer from the high to low, and osmosis means low to high. So the diffusion of gases will take place from the area of higher partial pressure to the area of lower partial pressure until the partial pressure in the two regions equilibrium, and the partial pressure of CO2 in the alveolar air is 40 mmHg, and the partial pressure of CO2 of blood entering the pulmonary capillary is 45 mmHg, and the partial pressure of CO2 in alveolar here is 40 mmHg. So difference in the partial pressure causes diffusion of CO2 from the capillaries into the alveoli, because diffusion means they can transfer from the higher concentration to lower concentration. And similarly, the partial pressure of oxygen of blood in the pulmonary capillary is 40 mmHg, while the alveolar here is about 104 mmHg. And due to this, the difference of O2 diffuses from alveoli to capillaries, because due to partial pressure and differences in the partial pressure. And in case of the internal respiration, there is a exchange of gases at the tissue level. So during internal respiration, oxygen brought by the blood is given to the cells and tissue. Similarly, CO2 passes into the blood from the cells and tissue. So the RBCs and blood plasma are involved in transport of respiratory gases, that is oxygen and carbon dioxide. And in this way, there are the two kinds of important events, generally three events: transport of oxygen, transport of CO2, and the cellular respiration. Transport of oxygen here, 3% of the total oxygen is transported in dissolved state in plasma, and remaining 97 is bound to the hemoglobin present in the RBC.